Welcome to the Gutsy Granny, and I'm Deborah. And as promised, we had amazing interviews some months ago with Cate Dubois, a beautiful girlfriend of mine, who we got such a strong response to the work that she was doing. We're deciding to do a series with Cate about some really important topics that can help us function better as human beings. Today we're going to talk about conscious manifesting. Now, we hear a lot about manifesting, and manifest your future, make your dreams come true, do this, do that, the universe is going to hear you. But what Cate's going to share with us today is actually what it means to consciously manifest. So I'd love to introduce Cate.
Hi.
She's always welcome on my little YouTube program. So Cate's going to speak for about 15 minutes. We're going to hope that you will contact her on her YouTube, her website, subscribe to her, and ask questions of Cate. She will respond, because this topic we cannot really cover in 15 minutes. But she's going to give you a good overview how you can adapt and change your life in consciously manifesting.
Thanks, Deb. Thanks for inspiring me to come on and share this time with you and with everybody else. As Deb said, I can speak for 15 minutes to an hour, even longer, because this is such a huge topic that a lot of people I hear have approached over the years, but I feel like some of the pieces are missing. So what I wanted to offer up today are those missing pieces of how we can actually consciously manifest what it is that we want moving into the future. So first of all, I think we have to have a mindset of abundance over scarcity. Often if we are coming to a situation where we're wanting to manifest something in our lives, if we're coming to it from a place of scarcity, then it's going to be very, very difficult for us to actually achieve the end game. Okay, so the end game may be manifesting a new job or career. It may be manifesting a new partner. It may be manifesting lots and lots of money coming your way. It could be manifesting good health, right? But the difference between some people you see that manifest everything, and they seem to, or at least they appear to have everything in their life, and other people that manifest and they only get pieces of what they want, is this idea of scarcity or abundance, okay? If we are born into this life and we're taught by our parents and the world around us that there is scarcity, then scarcity will show up in your life in all sorts of ways. It will show up in your career, it will show up in your finances, it will show up in your relationships, and it will show up in your health. And so it really is an energetic force that needs to be dealt with before we can go on and really manifest what it is that we want in our life. Okay, does that make sense?
It does. But what do we want in our life? See, the difference is that there's the fairy tale of what we want, and there's the fairy tale of what our soul really wants us to have.
I agree. And I think that people have to get super, super clear about what it is that they want in life. And so just for example, if you wanted to manifest the man of your dreams, I say to people to be really, really specific about it, what it is they want, you know, and playfully I'll say, if you want a man with a man bun, then you need to write that down. So before I get into actually how you do that, how you actually manifest, I'll just talk to you a little bit about some of the conversations I have with clients where they say, I don't really know what I want. And I say, I get that a lot. I don't know what I want, and I'm not super clear about what it is that I want. And I'll say, well, then you know what you don't want. You know, we have to be really clear about what we don't want, as clear as we are about what we do want. Okay. So that part in the conversation when I'm saying, are you clear about what you don't want and clear about what you want? Some people still look at me with confusion. So I can help you right here to get started with that conversation. So do you want a conscious man or an unconscious man? Oh, conscious. I want a conscious man. Okay. So do you want somebody that is loyal and faithful, or do you want an unfaithful partner?
Not fast.
Nope. Most people would say a loyal and faithful partner, but not all. So this is the beauty of this exercise. When we start asking ourselves the question about do we want the opposites, it's usually very clear to us which one we would want to choose often. So do you want somebody that is tall or short? You know, tall, medium, or it doesn't matter. So what we need to do is start writing a list about all of the things that are really, really important to us about manifesting the man of our life into our life. Okay. And that sounds really simple. It sounds like a super simple job, but I'm here to tell you that most people say they don't really know what they want. But you do know what you want by the very fact of what you don't want. So work out what you don't want, and by that exercise, at the end of that exercise, you'll know exactly what you want and be super, super, super clear about what it is. If you're not fussy about good looks, then, you know, you don't put that down there, but know that you may get somebody who's not good looking. And so you can't blame the universe for creating something for you that you've asked for. When we start to create what we don't want, and therefore by knowing what we don't want, what we do want, that person starts to be created over here.
I think what I find interesting with this, and after, sorry to interrupt, the conversation that we had, is that I have done these lists. I've been very specific. And then I had this conversation with Cate, and I thought, but that's really interesting. If I'm such a strong manifester, which I know I am, why haven't, out of the 200 guys I've dated, God knows how many guys I've dated in the last 8 years, you know, it's quite a few. Out of all those men, why haven't I found my partner yet? And I sat down and I contemplated and I thought, because I don't want one. And that was the truth that I came to. It wasn't a question of short or tall. I wasn't listening to my soul. At this point in my life, I actually did not want a relationship. I've been in 35 years of relationships with over 2 husbands. All these men that I've dated, I've never dated me.
Yes.
You know? So I think that's the point that I came away with that meeting is, how do you get so clear? I mean, really razor sharp clear. Not even just the short tall. What is your soul really saying? Do I want a man? Do I want a woman? Do I want, what is?
So what Deb's talking about is really getting in touch with your heart and what's going on below the line. Most of us navigate the space, our lives, through what's going on above the line, which is all coming from our head. And that our thoughts are actually just projections of what we've been taught when we're children, when, you know, by social media and by all of these external forces. But when we're making a decision from above the line, then we're going to get something that's not really going to be a great vibrational match. When we make decisions below the line, coming from the heart space, you're much more likely to get a vibrational match to what it is that you're looking for. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So, I mean, give us some practical examples. So, when I started to create the Gutsy Granny, it felt right. Nothing was logical. I didn't know anything about social media. I didn't know anything about what the hell I was going to do. But it was like I was in a current, in a stream, and it was just taking me. So I wasn't conscious, but I wasn't not allowing. I was allowing the universe to, you know, even though I didn't understand what was going on. Tell us the example of, you know, you meeting Rob, creating this new life you've created. You consciously did this, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. I actually wrote down exactly everything that I didn't want in a partner and everything that I wanted to invite in as a partner. I also did a meditation around it.
Right.
But the final piece to the puzzle is, once we start creating the person that we want, or the job that we want, or the money that we want, or whatever it is that we want in the future, that is already created. It's waiting for us. But what it's waiting for is us to get out of the way.
Yeah.
So when you create the, say, job of your dreams, you can't have a thought in the mind saying, I'm not worthy of that job. I can't be a CEO.
But then how do you get out of that?
Right.
Yeah.
So this comes to our limiting beliefs about ourselves, and we all have limiting beliefs, and what we need to do is work through our limiting beliefs. So I'm not worthy of love is one of the greatest limiting beliefs that most people hold. And I can tell you 100%, if you don't believe that you're worthy of love, then you're not going to invite a person into your life that's going to treat you like you're worthy of love.
So how do you change that?
You can do it with tapping techniques, which I can help you out with, or you can really sit with that thought and do some mantras and continually work on that thought process to reverse it, that I am worthy of love. Of course you're worthy. Of course everyone on the planet is worthy of love. So it could be, as I said, if you wanted to be a millionaire by the end of this year, but you had a limiting belief in your family, it could be something that's a limiting belief that the family's carried for years, that money doesn't come easily to us, then you're not going to get the money. It just will not happen. So we have to get out of our own way. And the way that Rob and I got together was that I got out of my way by creating my list and then working on all of my limiting beliefs about myself, about why I couldn't have the man of my dreams. And at the same time, he was working on himself, getting out of his way, why he couldn't have the woman of his dreams. So we are the only thing stopping us from actually being able to manifest anything at all. And as soon as you do the work on yourself and work on those limiting beliefs, coming from a conscious place, not this above the line, what is it that I really, really desire?
Yeah.
And remind yourself that you are all that you actually want. That these limiting beliefs are just that. They've been created from past traumas or beliefs that have been handed down to you generationally, ancestrally, epigenetically, from family members, teachers, society. And you are enough.
I just want to finish on a little game because we're having a game day today. Cate is also a kinesiologist. So let's just play this game. We're going to run out of time, but let's just quickly do it. Okay. So she's going to muscle test me now, and the question will be, do I want a man or not in my life?
Okay.
Hold on. No, we're not being specific. Do I want a man in my life 2021?
Okay.
Okay, let's see what my body says. Okay?
So,
ready?
So do your body want a man in your life in 2021, yeah?
Yeah.
Hold.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a no.
There you go. That's what my heart told me. It wasn't what my head told me. Because everyone, I want to meet someone, I'm on Tinder, and then I went, no, fuck it. So that's what my body is saying.
No.
My body is saying, I don't want a man in my life at the moment. So Cate only just touched the tip of the iceberg here. Please see her on her website. It's amazing. It's Cate Dubois, the Trigger Coach, but we'll put it on the screen. She also does incredible coaching sessions online. She does a kinesiology. She can do that long distance as well. Contact her. She's not expensive. She's doing it from the heart. It's not it's not about ripping people off and making lots of money, but you've just seen that's what my heart, and that was how she helped me really manifest honestly what's going on. So stay tuned. Next week we're going to have another juicy topic for you. What do we talk about next week?
I think we're going to talk about conscious relationships.
Ooh, so stay tuned for conscious relationships. Okay. Love you all. Have a great day. Bye from the Gutsy Granny.
Bye.
Thanks, Cate.
Thank you.